Hello and welcome to Earth Echoes with Amber Fields. I am here today to read another one of the writings that Jason posted right before he was deplatformed from Facebook. I do believe that this occurred due to the truth that can be found in Jason's words. Very uncomfortable and undeniable truths. So with that, I will read this piece titled WO2020060606, The Mark of the Machine, the Tyranny of Code, and the End of the Human Soul, by Jason Gray. There is a number etched into the digital record of time, filed not by kings or prophets, but by software titans and silent financiers. A patent number so overt, so mocking, that to ignore it is to declare oneself willfully blind. WO2020060606. The beast does not crawl from the sea. It emerges from a cloud, encrypted, uploaded, and legalized by a global system that no longer hides its face. This is not conspiracy. This is a blueprint. This is not warning. This is implementation. If you still believe this is coincidence, then you have not been paying attention. You've been programmed not to. The patent that breaks the covenant. Let us begin with what they tell us it is. Quote, cryptocurrency system using body activity data. End quote. Published under the World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO, this patent was filed by Microsoft Technology Licensing, LLC, and published on March 26, 2020, just days after COVID-19 brought the world to its knees. The abstract is sterile, cold, technical. It speaks of sensors, wearables, neural data, physical activity, and rewards. It speaks of replacing traditional proof-of-work systems used in cryptocurrency mining with human bodily engagement. Translation? You are the miner. You are the machine. You are the product. Tasks, viewing ads, complying with behavior protocols, or performing motions trigger biological responses. These are monitored in real time. When your body's data matches the required output, you are rewarded. A token, a credit, a point in the digital matrix. No device in your hand. Your body is the device. Your biology is monetized. Your obedience is currency. The man behind the curtain. Who is Bill Gates? To understand the implications of WO2020060606, one must confront the man who cast its shadow, Bill Gates. A name revered by some, a name feared by others. The truth? Gates is not a philanthropist. He is not a savior. He is a technocratic high priest in service of a system that sees humanity not as divine, but as obsolete hardware to be rewritten, repurposed, and eventually replaced. Let's connect the dots of his legacy. Jeffrey Epstein, the Shadow Alliance. Gates met with Epstein dozens of times after Epstein's conviction for child sex trafficking. The meetings weren't casual. They included discussions on philanthropy, transhumanism, and eugenics. Gates Foundation even sent donations to institutions Epstein recommended. The media brushed it off. Those who know understood that Epstein was not just a predator. He was an intelligence asset, a spider at the center of a web designed to ensnare the world's elite in blackmail, control and spiritual compromise. Why would a billionaire with every resource at his disposal need anything from Epstein? Gates wasn't looking for money. He was offering allegiance. Event 201, the rehearsal before the ritual. On October 18, 2019, just weeks before COVID-19 was identified in Wuhan, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, along with the World Economic Forum and Johns Hopkins University, hosted Event 201, a high-level pandemic simulation. The scenario? A deadly, fast-spreading coronavirus, global lockdowns, media suppression, vaccine rollouts, economic collapse, mandatory digital tracking. It wasn't a drill, it was a declaration. Every detail mirrored what would unfold months later, not as prediction, as preparation. The vaccine gambit, mRNA, molecular reprogramming. When the pandemic hit, Gates immediately positioned himself as humanity's savior. He poured billions into vaccine development, backing Moderna, Pfizer, and AstraZeneca. The goal was never just immunity. It was integration. mRNA injections are not vaccines in the traditional sense. They are genetic instructions, encoded updates to your cellular software. Unlike past vaccines, they do not expose you to a weakened pathogen. Instead, they program your body to manufacture the antigen itself, a reprogramming of the divine template. What Gates failed to disclose, what the media never mentioned, is that these injections were developed, approved, and distributed without long-term safety trials. They bypassed years of testing protocols. They were protected by liability waivers. They were delivered under fear and coercion. Why? Because they were never just about stopping a virus. They were about initiating a new human operating system. 5G, the frequencies of control. While cities locked down, while children were masked, and while elders died alone, 5G towers were activated worldwide. The rollout of high-frequency electromagnetic networks coincided perfectly with the pandemic timeline. Why? Because this new layer of infrastructure was required for what comes next. Real-time biometric monitoring, AI-based behavior prediction, smart cities that track movement, emotion, and brain activity. A fully surveilled hive mind linked by frequency, not freedom. 5G is not just faster internet. It is the neural lattice of the machine hive, and it requires human beings to be part of it. Nodes, not souls. Feeding the beast. Gates buys the earth. Bill Gates is now the largest private landowner of farmland in the United States. He doesn't farm. Instead, he funds synthetic meats, lab-grown proteins, and GMO crops. He backs chemical agriculture, vaccinated cattle, and RNA-spraying pesticides. He is not saving the planet. He is severing humanity's relationship with nature. Our soil is sacred. It is the womb of life. Bill Gates is turning it into a software platform where every seed, every bite, every breath is encoded, tracked, and leased. No ownership, no freedom, only digital permission slips to eat. The beast system, WO2020060606, in operation. Imagine this. You wake up. Your smartwatch detects your movement. Your neural lace tracks your mood. Your biometric ID logs your facial expression as you read government-approved news. The system sees your compliance. You get 0.0035 crypto tokens. You post an opinion. It is flagged by AI as non-aligned. Your reward balance drops. You buy food. The transaction only proceeds if your carbon score and your biometric behavior are within range. This is not science fiction. This is WO2020060606. A system where your soul is commodified, your obedience is monetized, and your consciousness is enslaved to code. If you think you can opt out, think again. Without the token, you cannot work. Without the token, you cannot eat. Without the token, you do not exist in the digital world. This is revelation made real. The hidden religion of control. This is not about health, not about currency, not even about technology. This is about religion, a new global AI-infused religion where the human is no longer divine, but programmable. WO2020060606 is the mark of allegiance to that system. The new commandments are: obey the algorithm, reject natural law, submit to synthetic salvation, trust the machine, not the soul. The high priests wear suits and wield code. The sacraments are injections and QR codes. The rituals are virtual, but the enslavement is real. The final battle: sovereignty or subjugation. We have reached the threshold, the time where ancient prophecies collide with engineered prophecy, where synthetic light masquerades as divine truth, where the final test is not external, but internal. Will you hand over your biology? Will you sell your soul for tokens? Will you trade eternity for a line of code? Or will you remember that you are not hardware? You are not programmable. You are not a number. You are a living flame, unrepeatable, untouchable, uncontainable. The only system that can hold you is the kingdom of the infinite, not the architecture of Gates, the World Economic Forum, or a biometric tyranny. The call. Let this not just be an article. Let it be a line drawn in fire, a message to those who still remember, a message to those who still remember who they are. Reject the patent. Reject the injection. Reject the system. Refuse the mark. Reclaim the body. Reclaim the land. Reclaim the soul. You were never meant to be numbered. You are the one who breaks the chain. Let them patent the machine. Never let them own the flame. Jason Gray. Well, even though it was shocking, I can see why that would be the piece that deplatformed Jason from Facebook. Too many truths in one place. Too much inspiration and fire, igniting people's souls to reject this system of control. We have to stand up or humanity's done for. This is the last call. This is what we were born for. If you understand what Jason's writing about, now is our time to stand up and say no. It's only a matter of time before digital IDs are rolled out even further around the world. It's already started, but it's coming to the United States. And I, for one, will not comply. And I hope you join me in that. So I do hope that Jason is able to restore his account on Facebook. Unfortunately, I don't really think that's going to happen. So I will be continuing to read his writings here on my YouTube channel as long as YouTube doesn't take my channel down. So if you like these recordings, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. because we need to get this message out. Thank you.